Hey everybody, it's Diane Hochman here on the Ultimate Freedom webinar. Today we're doing kitty marketing, as you can see with my kitty cat, and I brought along somebody else to pet, Brian McDaniel, and here comes another friend to pet, Bert Bledsoe. Bert, we're doing kitty marketing. Are you in for some kitty marketing?
Oh, I'm absolutely into kitty marketing.
Or are you only into goat marketing? That's what
No, I'm totally into kitty marketing. I got actually a goat. Someone literally, I was like, is that really a challenge? Someone's like, Bert, I dare you to bring a goat on your webinar. I was like, that's like a foregone conclusion. Of course the goats are coming on the webinar. Yeah,
I'm hoping that the goat comes on a webinar, one of mine, or one of ours. I shouldn't say it's not mine, but I'm the host or whatever. But yeah, I need to see the goats live, man. Forget about this picture stuff. I need live proof that you really have goats. So.
Awesome. Well, I can make that happen.
Well, Susie Q here has been all over me all day, so she's just hanging out. So if she can behave, she can hang out for a little while. If she doesn't behave, she's so out of here. So everybody, Bert Bledsoe, Brian McDaniel, two of my favorite guys out there. What's going on, guys? What's happening in your marketing world this week? What's going on?
Getting it handled, just working, putting some content out there, emailing her list, meeting people. I believe there was some lady, Bert, I can't remember her name, but she said that was really imperative to your success.
I'm gonna say I do recall something to that effect.
Yeah. Well, that's what I've been doing anyway.
Aside from being a daddy and doing all the other good stuff that you do all the time, Brian, I always follow your daddy stories. They make me happy. They make me happy. My favorite picture, was it you who put up a picture of the girls in the back of the pickup truck, like sitting on little chairs or something?
Yeah,
was that you?
I would say that was me. They tend to climb up in the back of the pickup truck when we're hanging out in the garage and play with turkey decoys or just whatever happens to be back there at the time.
Back in the day, you could drive around without your kids strapped in. They'd be in the back. I was always in the back of my dad's pickup truck. That was a big deal. You got to go in the back of the truck. And now it's like against the law, or at least up here it is. It's like they're so picky. What? No kid ever died from riding in their daddy's pickup truck? What's the problem, man? I don't get it. I don't get all these rules, Bert. Do they have those rules in Colorado? I don't know.
I'm sure they do, but I remember I can tell you some crazy stories of me and my cousins in the back of pickup trucks flying all around.
Yeah,
we would have contests. Like there would be like back of the truck contests that you could only have in the back of the truck. Like who could like stay flat to the bed of the truck for the longest.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about those trucks that had like a camper shell and like it was a stick shift and it wasn't just like a straight like metal rod. It was like 3 different brakes in it. On the top was like this sparkly purple magnificent thing. You're like, wow, and they were calling each other on like the CBs or like
break on you, buddy.
Right? They had like code names or like, listen, Foghorn Leghorn, you got to drive her down low on this one. It's getting crazy. And when we heard the crackles of the radio, we knew in the back of the truck, it's go time, right? It's ready. It's on.
My daddy's handle was Blue Eyes. Of course, I did live in Brooklyn, New York. I want you all to know that. We were trying to be an urban cowboy in the mean streets of the big cities. I'm serious. You have no idea. It's really funny when I think about it now. We would leave Brooklyn and go over the Manhattan or the Brooklyn Bridge into lower Manhattan to cross the river to go through Jersey to go to this middle of nowhere in upstate New York. So in 2.5 hours, we could be completely in another world. It was great. It was great. Anyway, I suppose these people want to do some marketing work today. What do you think? Let me check the chat. You guys into doing some marketing today? You guys ready to rumble? Oh, Bob's here. Let me get Bob. Bob, do you want to come over? Should we bring Bob over? Do we like him, guys?
Absolutely. The more bald-headed guys that we can get with the beautiful Diane Hochman, I think the better off we are.
Somebody needs to take a screenshot of this one today.
Yeah,
if I have
this is
Bob.
going to be the trifecta right here.
If Larry were home, we could bring him in too, and then we'd have like a whole cavalcade of smooth. Now, guys, are you smooth or stubbly today? I like it a little stubbly myself.
I've got a little stub.
I like it a little stubbly.
I actually shaved this morning, so...
Yeah, we tolerate you until it has to be at that right... I mean, I don't know, I could check with your wife, we can confer, but I already talked to Jessica, and she's all about the facial hair, and I'm kind of...
Growing the beard again.
Well, the full beard in the summer, I think, is a bit much, but the goatee beard, I think, is good. The full beard, I would think, is a little scratchy, itchy. Hi, Bob. Welcome.
Hello, everybody.
To the Bald Men and Kitty Jamboree.
I'm going to say it's 3 bald men and a kitty.
All right, let's get the down to some work today. Guys, the Q&A is on, but I want to talk about, last couple weeks we've been having a lot of conversations about talking to people and how to turn conversations and how to qualify people. Today I want to talk about, if you guys are into it, I can change topics on a dime if you guys want, but I was thinking about, a lot of people ask me, well, when do I expose them to my opportunity? Which I think is a good question. Do you guys, do you have people asking you that much, or people concerned about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, all right. So, Kat, I love you, Kat, but I think it's time to go. Hi, Bob.
Yeah. Oh,
Hi, Uncle Bob.
She's adorable.
Hi, Uncle Bob.
She is adorable.
Yeah, when she's not biting you or climbing up your leg. I like when she climbs up my jeans. She just sometimes wants to climb up my leg when there's no pants on them. It's not pleasant. Her mommy will be home today.
Don't you have it? You still got Morris?
Yeah.
Morris is the diehard.
Yeah.
Morris is the guy.
He's
We'll
old and
introduce
lazy.
Morris via live cam. Okay, Susie? Susie, no. Okay, time to go. Love you. See you. Go destroy something. Okay, anyway, so let's talk about, I'm actually going to draw pictures today. I know how much you all like when I draw pictures. And then I want you guys to just definitely add your, I'm going to talk a little bit about how I do it. You guys might do it a little different. Guys, what I want you to understand, Bob, I know you went to college because you have a PhD. Brian, did you go to higher ed at all, or just high school, or what did you do?
I went to college for 3.5 weeks and got a certified BS degree.
Certified BS, excellent. Bert, did you go to school at all?
I did. I've done it. I've gone multiple times. I've attempted the procedure.
So you've been through some classes and stuff. And the reason why I'm asking is not because, personally, I think that sometimes when you're an entrepreneur, you're better off without, but that's another story for another day. But for undergraduate degrees, for those of you that did happen to go to college, there's a Bachelor of Science and a Bachelor of Arts. Okay, and Bob, I'm guessing you have a Bachelor of Science.
Yeah.
Your primary degree, and I have a Bachelor of Arts. Why is that not a surprise? Now, and because science is factual, it's like, reports and labs and all that other stuff, the sciences. And the arts are the arts, and you kind of can't define the arts all the way per se. Marketing, guys, is an art, especially attraction marketing. I want you to understand that because a lot of people are looking for an exact formula. Like if we were to, get into chemistry, we'd look at the periodic table and we know what the chemical signs for different things are, and we can combine them and blow up the lab if we wanted to. You put together the Na and the Cl and you make table salt, and you put together the this and the that. I don't remember any of the signs anymore. Fe, right, that's iron.
Mm-hmm.
Au is gold. Wow. I know 2 of them. So there's all these ones that are like see, Brian, now I'm sneezily and sniffly, and it's all your fault. He told me he's allergic just looking at the cat, and now I'm see, he did it to me. In science, there's formulas. We put them together and we can create different things and so on in the lab. In the arts, if somebody is painting, there is no formula. And if you followed a formula, remember, you guys ever have that paint by number kits when you were a little kid?
Oh, yeah.
They were cool back in the day, I don't know if they even make them anymore, but, wow, my phone is flashing and things are coming at me. It's doing weird things. But paint by number, you can get a formula to paint a picture. You can get Mona Lisa paint by number, but it wouldn't really be the Mona Lisa now, would it? Because the Mona Lisa is art. It was created out of somebody's mind. So marketing and the way you talk to people is really an art form. And what you have to do is learn from a master, learn from somebody who's done it before, like us guys, right, masters? And then add on your own flair. So Bob and me and Brian and me and Bert, we're not all going to do it the same way. And in fact, any of the 3 of them aren't going to do it the same way, and you're not going to do it the same exact way as any one of us. Now, I know for some of you that may be not the message you want to hear, because you want to hear we can show you exactly how to do it, right? Isn't that what everybody wants? Step by step, 1, 2, 3 instructions?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they promise. But on the flip side, I found it comforting because I figured out that if I could learn a couple of formulas and then I could add myself to it and be authentic, what would happen is people would be magically attracted to me. And I dare say that's true of all 3 gentlemen I'm with today. They're all very different guys. You know, I mean, if I were to sit and look at this spectrum, they're very different guys. I'm just thinking about it now. You know, Brian's from Tennessee, and Bob's from, you know, New Jersey, and Bert's not really from Colorado, but he fakes it. And and you know, they're just different guys, different personalities, different this, and yet they all have their own audiences, and they all have people that just love them to death, and we all have people that are not thrilled with us. You know, some guys listen to Brian and go, "What, that guy's some hick," or some guys listen to, you know, Bob and think he's some city slicker, smarty pants doctor guy, and I don't even know what they say about Bert because
Not
He's a
good.
good person.
he's hard to
Tell
put
you
him in a
what,
box.
whatever it is, it can't be good.
That a
It's
goat
either really
lover,
good or not so much.
You goat lover.
Really, he is attracted to goat lovers, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's true.
So the magic that could go in a whole wrong direction. Anyway, I got to talk to Mark Harbert about his website and what's going on over there. There might be, you know, there might be a connection with goat lovers, and we can make a lot of money, guys. But anyway, so the comfort is that the people that dig you are going to dig you, and the people that don't, you're generally, unless you become like a big guru, you're generally not even going to hear from the people that don't, because they just kind of go off on their way and they go, you know, whatever, back into their hole. So you don't really get too much out of the people that don't dig you. It's just that way. So I rarely suffer rejection, and I rarely suffer objections. You know, I rarely have anybody say no to me, because by the time they come through what I'm going to show you today, they're already pretty happy, and it's just a matter of wanting to touch base and talk to me personally before they join. And I don't get objections because everybody's pretty much done their research before they get to me. So I've exposed them all completely, so therefore it's just a matter of how you doing, what level do you want to get started on, cash, credit card, check, how do you want to pay? I mean, that's really what the conversations are like. So I don't know if that sounds good to any of you guys. Hello, Angela. Oh, your computer has a virus. Is it an English virus? Uh-oh, Angela's back in the UK. Well, I'm glad you're here. It's good to see you. We miss you. Even though we see you anyway, but we miss you back on the other side of the ocean. Who else is on chat? Hardly anybody. Hello. Do you say Evan's name Evan or Yvonne? Which way? Is it Evan?
Evan.
Oh, it's
Evan. Okay. I just always worried about that. So I thought I'd say it wrong in public, and then I'd feel silly. Okay, Evan, sorry.
Somebody here from Saudi Arabia.
Cool. Cool, cool. All right. Who else is on chat, man? Say hi. And I'll draw pictures.
John's over there.
John is everywhere.
I think Debbie's over there. Yeah, John is ubiquitous.
Is Debbie here? I need
She
to know how
was.
her show was yesterday.
He was.
Mark. Okay. I know Angus is tied up today. Kind of literally. He likes to go. I'm kidding. Have you guys ever called my cell phone? Not my Google Voice. My Howdy Doody, Debbie says. Have you ever called my cell phone? I'm going to message you on my personal cell phone. Bob's called it. I cannot change my voicemail because I promised someone about 10 years ago that I'll never change my voicemail. So if you haven't heard my personal cell phone voicemail, which I don't give out to that many people, you got to hear it. Being boys, you will enjoy it. Anyway, okay, let's draw pictures. Let's get to work. So you guys into this? I mean, is everybody into looking at the kind of the funnel and how we bring people through and how we expose them to stuff?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, here's
Hello. Hello, Daryl Van Kirk. What a good name. He should be a movie star. Daryl Van Kirk. I like that.
oh, Daryl Van Kirk.
We even have Canadians here, guys.
Belgium. Wow.
Evan says, I think I better get bald because all the men I know making money in MLSP are bald.
It's true.
Not all of them. I mean, Harbert's got hair. Marino's got some hair. Rob's got plenty of hair. So
That's a hairpiece. Harbert wears a hairpiece.
you think so? He wears like a rug.
Totally, those are
wears a
totally
rug.
hair
Somebody put that
plugs.
on
Come on.
Facebook. Harbert wears a rug. Let's start a new rumor.
Right? If you thought Jason Alexander's plugs were weak, have you seen Harbert? Come on, buddy. We know why you were living in Philly for the last 4 years.
Let's have a video contest to I don't know, some kind of contest, and then the winner, we get to shave Evan's head live on camera. I'll feature him on the Ultimate Freedom webinar, and Bert, you can shave his head.
Oh, yeah, because he's only just right up the road.
We
You
could do
shave
it
his, you shave his head, we'll throw money at him.
yeah.
Really?
You want to make them up this week? All right, let me turn my phone off. They're all calling. Everybody wants to buy things from me.
Oh, they want to hear your voicemail.
Actually, that's my child calling me from my own phone. So I found that to be a little weird because she must be in. That's weird. Anyway, she knows I'm on a thing. All right, so let's turn on the screen share. Screen share. And then let's turn on my paint.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing. I got to hook up my bamboo thing, but I don't know how to run it. One of these days I will. Wait. Oh, is it coming? Good. Can y'all see it?
Yep.
Okay. Let me just check that nobody. I got a text too. I want to make sure there's no emergency. See, guys, one person might look at me saying she's checking her cell phone during a live webinar, a training webinar, and get like freaked out about it. And another person might look at me and go, isn't this cool that she works from home? She gets to work and market with some of her great friends. You know, I'm here with 3 of my great friends. We're having a good time. We're having a giggle. We're talking about kitty cats and goats. And we're also going to teach you how to make money this week. I think that's a pretty good deal. That's just me, you know. So a lot of people, you know, they look at stuff, and I'm a mom. If something's wrong with my kid, I'm leaving the boys in charge, you know. So that's cool. This is gonna be. Last week was a lecture. We're gonna do a lecture again this week. It'll be super fun. All right. Let's see. So here is like your capture page, right? Your point of entry, and I'm thinking that many of you that are on today are My Lead System Pro members. Of course, this webinar is brought to you by My Lead System Pro. It's MLSP.com, MLSP.com. If one of you guys could rate that in the chat, it will be helpful because I can't get at it right now. And if you're not a member, if you go to MLSP.com, you can get a trial and check out all the different tools and features and functionality we have. We have everything from stuff for very beginners, how to generate your first lead. We have done for you letters. We have done for you capture pages. We have done for you, you know, copy, headline, swipe copy, everything you're looking for. But we also have some very advanced features for people as they progress as marketers. You can do split tests and you can customize your pages. We have Facebook applications. You can generate leads on Facebook. We have the most advanced training. In fact, tomorrow night, I'll talk about tonight in a minute, but tomorrow night we have Instagram training, which I'm kind of hot for right now because I don't know a lot about Instagram, but all I know is everybody under 30 is Instagram crazy. So, and being that I'm getting old, I would like to recruit some people that are younger than me so that they can run the business while I'm in my wheelchair, you know. So I'm definitely really interested. April Marie Tucker is going to do that. Of course, tonight at 9 p.m. we have our Leaders Hangout. Adam and Justice are going to be on. That's going to be really fun. So you guys, if you're a member, check your back office and get registered for all these things. We have training on everything under the sun, the most cutting edge, the most current, but we also have training on all the marketing fundamentals, prospecting, you know, creating funnels, advertising. So we have everything. So this is a little bit more advanced today. If you're brand new here and you've never been to one of these, I really encourage you to grab a trial and go through our basic training because this might be a little higher up. But I think I'm going to explain it pretty straightforward. So we should be okay. So we drive traffic, okay, into a capture page, okay? And you can use one of our MLSP capture pages. You could be using your blog, you know, if you have one, you don't need one. So you guys just off the top of your head with no explanation, how do you like to get people into your capture mechanisms? What do you name a favorite way?
Video.
Okay, so we got video.
I like training. So, you know, a lot of times people will ask you how to do something, put a training out there.
Okay.
I learned this from you and Bob. Just put that training out there, let people know it's going out to your list, and get them through the capture page that way.
Yep. So Brian will offer a free training. He'll record something he learned to do. Even if he learned how to do something today or somebody asked him how to do something, he'll do a quick recording or write something up or do an audio or do a video and then let everybody know, hey, I did a great training on how to do XYZ. Go here to get it. And when the people go, they end up putting their name and email in. Bert, you have a favorite?
I'd like to just talk to people.
Yeah, that's mine.
Oh, well, I'm copying you. So.
No, you're not copying me. I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying, hey, I'm always chatting with people on Facebook or something. I'm like, hey, are you on my list? I have a great newsletter. So Bert and I are kindred in that we're always kind of like flirting around, and we're meeting people, and then I said it to, I think, probably 22 to 25 people already today. Just people messaging me or this is none. I'm like, hey, I have a great newsletter. I have a great training going on today. Go get on my newsletter. Boom, 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 boom. They all up in. So there's videos, trainings. You could do Facebook ads. I'm not going to cover these, but I'm just giving you an idea. You could do pay-per-click. There's all kinds of things. You could do podcasts. Everybody's like into podcasts lately. Been around for a long time. So these are all the different ways that you drive people into a capture page. Okay. Once we get them in here, they put in their name and their email. Now we want to give them something, okay, because usually we're promising them something when we're getting them to the capture page. Like Brian said, a free training or so on and so forth. So here we're often going to have a thank you page. And again, you can make all these right in our system. Excellent typist, you. I keep hitting the cap lock. Okay, so now we have a thank you page. And then what starts to happen here is they start getting follow-up letters. We send them follow-up letters. Okay. Now, I'm going to check the chat and the Q&A. Is everybody kind of familiar with this concept? If you're not, obviously we want you to go into your training. But so far, these little stars are training or follow-up letters, follow-up autoresponder letters. By the way, we have these for you if you don't know how to write a letter yet. You're brand new, just got off the boat today. You're brand new. So welcome to marketing. We'll give you everything you need. No worries. But if you're a little bit more experienced, you're writing these yourself. Some of us have become, pretty decent copywriters. So this is the initial system. Okay, this is the initial basic setup. So I'm going to just come back over here and check in with you guys. I need some feedback with you guys. Let me know. Are you vibing with this? Are you understanding? Okay, let's see. Let me see. And if you have a question, I'm going to check the chat, but sometimes the chat goes by fast. If you have a specific question, put it up in the Q&A. Just to give you guys all a heads up, Brian's going to need to sneak off in a little bit. He's on daddy patrol, so if he suddenly disappears and I miss, if I'm running my mouth and you leave, Brian, I love you, and I'm glad you got to see you today. It's good to see you, and
Thank
hugs
you.
to the family and everything.
Always.
But if you're here, definitely chime in. All right, so let's see. What's anybody saying? Susan said talking to people, and we've done trainings on how to meet people. We did last week and the week before. We've done some things about how to have conversations with people. We've done whole trainings on how to just have conversations on Facebook. Bert, maybe next week we should do Facebook, just meeting and greeting people. Go back. I mean, I know we've done it before, but people always love that. They love to watch us talk to people live on Facebook. So we could just spend an hour. We could just go back and forth between you and I if you feel like it. And you and I could start chatting people up. And when you get a conversation going, I'll run my mouth and vice versa if you're into it.
Yeah, I'm in for it. It's always a fun thing when people say that. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I find them everywhere. And they're like, where do you go on Facebook? And I was like, where do you not go?
Yeah.
Where do you don't go? There's only a few places I haven't gone, and those places, when you get there, you'll know. You're like, whoa! I didn't even know this was allowed on Facebook. I'm out of here. Woo! Right? Other than that, it's open.
Bert, do me a favor. I'm going to turn off my camera and my mic for 1 second. I have to take care of something. Talk to these guys a little bit more, and all of you guys, about meeting people, talking to people, having conversations. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back, okay?
Okay. Yep. So I think that really is probably a common question, and I'm sure Bob handles it a little bit differently, his approach probably, than Brian's as well. And it's really, I use Brian as an example all the time, and I tell people, are you into, because Brian is into some cool stuff, right? So I ask him questions like, are you into things like Brian? Like, are you a hunter? Are you down to like go fishing every day? You want to like spend your time with your family, literally having cookouts and like cleaning elk and like having the kids around and doing it like literally like how people used to live, like in like a neighborhood. Is that how you want? Is that the kind of things you like? If they say yes, man, I'm like, yo, listen to the amount of groups you can go to. You can go into hunting groups and fishing groups and sportsmen's groups and family groups and groups of people that like to do all those things, right? Rocky Mountain elk groups, National Rifle Association groups, bow hunter group. Like, and people are like, well, what does that have to do with marketing? Well, nothing. But I'm not marketing. That wasn't my intention. Wasn't like when I went to the. Okay, if I think about it as like an assignment, the assignment wasn't go market to a bunch of people. The assignment was, Bert, go meet a bunch of new people. Well, if I'm into doing what Brian's into, I'm going to go where all those kind of people are and go meet those people, right? So if all these dudes are bow hunters and I want to get into bow hunting, I'm going to go talk to them about bow hunting. I know it doesn't make sense, like, initially. Like, well, how do you transition into MLSP or selling your product or this or that? Well, it doesn't have to be this instantaneously like, so you like bow hunting. Would you also like to make $500 extra each and every month with a super matrix machine that I will give you now? Like, that's not, you would never say that, right? But when you're starting to talk to your buddies about what they're doing, then it comes up in conversation, right? It's natural.
You just made a great point, man. It's the difference between trying to get somebody and trying to meet somebody. And that's the biggest mistake people make. They try to get them for their business or just meet them for the people that they are. And that's, to me, that was the biggest shift I made.
It's a huge shift, Bob, isn't it? Because if you consider that not everybody you meet is going to be a prospect for your business. Wouldn't you say that's very true, guys? Most of the people you meet will not be. Accurate?
Most of the people.
Most of the people. But everybody you meet knows somebody who is.
Yep.
And so if you get it in your mind that you're networking with people, getting to know people, and then let's face it, if I said, Bob, I need help, Bob's a reproductive scientist, okay? Bob, my friend needs help. They're trying to get pregnant. They haven't been able to. What advice would you give them? Can you talk to her? Mm-hmm. I'm assuming that Bob would be nice enough to give her some advice on how to find the best doctor or how to find a clinic. You know, he's my friend, and I would hope that a friend of mine, that he would be kind enough to give her a couple tips. I'm not asking him for professional advice. I'm not asking him to advise her. Just more like, you know, how do I find somebody up here in Connecticut? How do I know who the right people are? I'm assuming you would be willing to do that.
Yeah,
am I assuming wrong?
It happens all the time.
Yeah, because you're a good guy. People find out what you do. They have a friend. And so it's the same thing here, guys. If you own a business and one of your friends knows that you're looking for people that want to lose weight or get healthy or travel or, you know, rub stuff all over their body or have a younger face or whatever, you know, it is you do, if you're cool with everybody, they're very likely to say to someone, you know, I have a friend Bob, and Bob has a product that does that. I don't know a lot about it. And so it's the networking of meeting people, letting them know what you do and finding out about who they are, because you have to act the same way. If I know somebody that wants to go, like, I don't know how many people I've mentioned Brian to, because Brian enjoys hunting and fishing, and anytime I meet someone else that likes hunting and fishing, I say, you got to meet Brian. It's not because I'm selling Brian, although I am a little bit, Brian. I'm pimping you, baby. But because they have a mutual interest, you know. So when you're networking, when you're cool, I don't mean cool like Fonzie, you know. I mean, I'm always doing business, but I'm meeting people. I'm not attacking people about my business. And as I get to know the people, I'm looking to see what I can do to help them out and what they can do to help me out. That's what networking is, okay? So if I drive somebody into my capture page and then I give them whatever I said I'd give them, the free report, the video, the this, and that, I'm snotty. My DianeHochman.com tells them they get nothing from me. It really does. It says, if you're looking for another video course or ebook, that I ain't got. I swear it does, because I'm a little weird. But most of the time we're offering them what we call an ethical bribe, or what do they call it now? A freemium. A freemium. And so we give that to them. That's what it's called now, a freemium. They always make up a new name. Same thing, new name. You know what? It was the lady that gave you the free sample at the cosmetic counter. It was the free balloon for your kid when you walked in the Five and Dime. Come on, guys. Has it ever changed? It doesn't change. Everybody thinks it's so different. It hasn't changed for 100 years. More than 100 years. Ask Bob. He knows. He's that old. So anyway. Ooh. He's going to get me so bad.
You can hear the sizzle
You
on that
understand?
one.
Bob's like 2 years older than me or whatever.
Yeah,
Bob's
really.
like slightly older than me. I'm being a snot.
I'll take care of you later.
Bert is slightly. I haven't gauged Brian yet, but Bert is slightly younger than me. But Bert comes off like he's about 7 at most times, and I mean that as a compliment. He's such a happy kid. I mean that as a high compliment.
I mean, I forget sometimes. Sometimes I'm sitting on my couch and I'm like, did I just do that? And I was like, I don't even think that they believe that I'm actually like I'm like an old dude. I've got like a teenage son that's like ready to like kick my butt, like he thinks anyway. You know what I mean? He thinks he's like he's like, if you thought I was skinny, he can hide behind me, okay? So that tells you, you know what I mean? So, but I forget sometimes that I'm even that old. Not as old as Bob.
Nobody's as old as Bob. I mean, let's be clear. But Bob's got the hot wife, so he can be as old as he wants.
So
kind of
there.
like you Hefner-esque, you know, you Hefner-esque. So anyway, this is declining very quickly.
Really?
Let's go back to the diagram, okay?
Let's get back to the pictures.
What diagram you talking about?
Let's get back to the work. Yeah, I know. Take it
Be
easy.
good. I love yous. I'll see you around Facebook.
See you, Brian.
Bye, Bri. Have a
Bye,
good
Bri.
daddy patrol. Good to see you.
Y'all be good.
All right. So we capture them and we bring them through the thank you page. Now, depending on how you set up your thank you page, I'm going to show you all the different places where you can expose people to your primary opportunity or whatever you want to sell them. And I'm going to show you all kinds of fun, tricky ways to do it. Because here's the thing. People, write this down. I mean, Bob, I taught this to you 100 years ago. People are nosy. Oh, people are nosy. They want to investigate. They want to spy. See, when you shove something in somebody's face, they kind of like, whatever. They're like, okay, whatever. Or annoyed. But if you stick something in the back and you don't really talk about it, I could show you my Facebook chat today at least 7 times, maybe more, but I've had a lot of conversations today. People kept asking me, well, what do you do? I don't know, I'm a marketer. I run my own business. I market all different types of products and services. Well, what are you in? What do you mean, what am I in? I have a business. I sell different products and services to my list and people around. Well, but what company are you with? Because they want to define me as a company, because that's what they're used to. So the more I don't answer that question, the more they are compelled to go sniff around until they can find out what I sell. So there's all kinds of places that you can show someone what you sell. So one of them is on your thank you page. Down at the bottom of the page in MLSP, we have a little functionality where you can put some little links down the bottom. You could put some little links. You could put a link to your blog, and you could put a link to your, you know, your diet pills or whatever you got. You could put a link to, you know, whatever you're selling. You could put some little links down at the bottom of the page. They're teeny tiny. Bert, have you seen those? You know the ones I'm talking about?
Which ones are they?
On the MLSP pages, you have an option to create a link to your Facebook page, to your program. Yeah.
I have
So
all
up
those.
here-
You set them. I have them all set up.
Yeah. So up here, you might have a video saying, hey, thanks, here's your training. Or you might have copy or whatever you have over here. Here's download your free ebook or whatever. And then down here, it's like little teeny tiny links. It's not in your face. It's not like buy my stuff. It's kind of like, well, it's over here if you want to look. So that's one way. Now let me show you guys, too, on our Done For You System campaign pages, we also expose people to your primary program. Let me show you one of those. I'm just pulling it. La 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 la.
You know what? I was losing place on when you were talking about those little links because you know sometimes and I don't do this a lot, so don't, guys, if someone's going to like get this footage and be like, well, Bert said he did this, and I haven't seen him do that. Because I don't do all kinds of crazy writing, but sometimes when I'm in like little like turbo boost writing mode, I'll even write little extra articles, and you can connect a little article down there to it too. It's fun. Then when they want to read more, they're like, ooh, look, a little article about it. What's that all about?
Now, I call that quick link marketing, okay, which says that every piece of content I make, I want to connect it or link it somehow to several other pieces. So you create like a little crumb trail, like Hansel and Gretel. So the person goes, ooh, I consume this. I want another one. I want another one. And they'll keep going. As long as they're hungry for information, they will keep picking up the crumbs. And remind me to do that training, Bert, in 2 weeks or something. Quick link. It's amazing what you can do. So if we look at any of these are our system campaigns, okay? These are free trainings that you were allowed to give away, that were done by experts, that you were allowed to give away to your prospects, okay? Free trainings. And any given one of them, whoops, that's not the button I wanted to push. Well, let me show you the front page. Here's one. Okay, and they're professionally done and all this other stuff. And then the thank you page, let me get it. I'm going to show you where the people are exposed. Whoops, get rid of that. Get out of there. To your primary opportunity. And right now, I'd like to show you all mine. I'm kidding. I'm not doing that. See, up here it says My Opportunity. So when they come to pick up their free training that you give away, okay, it exposes them to you and all your, your YouTube and your Facebook and your blog and so on and so forth. Oh, wait, let me stop this video, sorry.
Diane, I'm not seeing that page. Bert, are you seeing it, Bert?
No, I thought maybe you were, and I was like, oh, well, maybe everyone else has seen it. I'm just seeing
Are you seeing me? Or are you seeing
No, I'm seeing the white, the right.
All right, wait for it. We'll figure out what happened. Okay, full screen. I must have only had the thing on the one thing. Okay, so my bad. Let me go back and I'll show you guys. This is the capture page. Okay, these are our capture pages that give away free training that you can use just to generate leads. This is the actual capture page. So if you wanted to use this stuff that I'm teaching you today and you don't know how to set up your own pages, you could go use any one of the system, write that down, system campaigns, and you could go use these today to generate leads. I do this all the time. I'm just being lazy. I don't feel like setting up my own thing. I run around and give away one of our free trainings. So this is this 95-minute webinar will make your heart race and blood boil. Ooh, that's very dramatic. A wild webinar caught on tape reveals how some marketers found a way to instantly and legally get 2,500 plus shares, retweets, comments, and likes on every piece of content they create. Immediately, automatically, all on autopilot thanks to one simple and free tool. Very dramatic. Okay, so that's the capture page. They put in their name and email, and then they come to, after they opt in. This is an old training, by the way. Don't use this one. We got to tell Brian to take it out of here. They get their free training. They get exposed to My Lead System Pro, so maybe they'll join with you and make money there. And then they learn about your business opportunity, and they learn about you. So back to the chart. Can you see the chart again, guys?
Mm-hmm.
The drawing? Okay. Yeah. So the thank you page is one of the many places that you can expose people to your primary opportunity. Now, your letters, you can certainly write a letter about your primary opportunity. What I like to do is use what's called a signature file. Is it I always spell this wrong, signature. There's like 4 words in the alphabet, in the whole English language that I spell wrong constantly, and signature is one of them. Signature file, okay. Check your email program in Aweber. I could show you where it is in Aweber. I don't know where it is in the other programs. But I have a signature file that gets put on the bottom of every letter I write, or every letter that goes out, that has my contact information, and then it has links to like my YouTube channel and my Facebook, and it has links to different things I want people to see that I sell. So you can link to your primary program here. Because if you start writing, like if I meet you and I go, hey, Bob, buy my stuff. Hey, Bob, buy my stuff. Bob, did you buy my stuff? Bob, I'd like you to buy my stuff. Hey, Bob, it's really great to know you. I'd like you to buy my stuff. Bob, I went to the park over the weekend, and I'd like you to buy my stuff. Hey, Bob, what you doing? Did you buy my stuff yet?
Get lost.
How long will Bob hang around me? Not very long. But if I write and use letters that are interesting, that tell stories, again, we have a whole set written for you. And Bob starts to feel like, hey, I kind of like Diane. She's cool. I wonder what she does. Bob now has the ability to click and go spy on me, which is cool. Now, I also weave in my primary program on my blog. I have a link to it on my blog. Okay, so if somebody wants to find out what my primary program is, we don't like that word anymore, what that revenue stream, my MLM, my network marketing company if I have one, my big ticket, whatever you're marketing, we can expose people through these methods. So when somebody says to me, what do you do or what program are you in, I generally don't answer them. And people think I'm trying to lie or this is not. No, the reason why I don't answer them is because that's not really what they want to know. When somebody asks you what program are you in, Bert or Bob or both of you guys, what do you think they're really asking?
Are you successful? Are you serious?
Yep. There's a whole bunch of things they can be asking. What else?
I think they're asking, are you successful? Are you serious? Are you stable? Are you doing something that, you know, that isn't, I don't know what the right word is. I want to say like that has integrity, but that's not necessarily the word.
You know what they're asking? Can you lead me? Because when they ask you that program, what they're looking to see is how desperate you become when you answer the question. Most people, people always ask me, what do I say? What do I say? Because they're freaking out. They're kind of desperate. They want to convert the person, right? So people ask us that question simply for the sake. They don't even realize they're doing this, but it's simply for the sake of seeing how you answer, how you handle yourself when you answer. Are you sure about what you're doing? Because most people aren't sure. Tina Schreier, happy birthday, girlfriend. I just saw her pop up there. Yeah, Mark, that's another thing they're asking. Can I be as successful as you? But they want to know, are you like a rock? Are you stable? Okay? So you can certainly answer with your company, but is your company really what you do? You know, and that's what they want to know. They want to know, can you lead me? Write that down. People want to know, can you lead me? And until that answer, is yes in your head, people will not gravitate towards you. So you have to get really rock solid about who you are, what you're doing, and where you're going. Okay? I've always known where I'm going. I haven't always known how I'm going to get there. Even today, after all the success, you know, guys, Friday, I'm going to tell a story. I told Bert. Bert's the only one that knows. I worked my tushy off Friday. Thursday and Friday. I was up till 3 o'clock in the morning both days. Found out about something on Thursday, decided to work it on Friday. I made $7,500 on Friday. And that's not my best day. You're welcome, Tina. That's not my best day by far, ever. Okay? It's just that I had short notice and I couldn't do certain things. $7,500 in one day. That's more than most people make in 2 months. Okay? So, do I know what I'm talking about? I sure do. Have I been doing this for a long time? I've been doing it for 15 years. I know what I'm talking about. I'm not bragging. I'm just trying to give you I'm trying to paint the picture of the promise. But I didn't know on Wednesday, and Bert can attest to this, I didn't know I was going to work that launch on Thursday. Did I, Bert?
No.
You must have talked on Tuesday or Wednesday. I didn't tell you I was doing that, did I?
No, I had no idea.
No. I had no idea that was going to happen. What happened was there was a window of opportunity. I saw it. I was solid in what I was doing, and I went out and I concocted something that was a win-win for everybody involved. So I want you guys to get to the place where you become like a rock, and that's what My Lead System Pro is about. See, some of you might have thought this conversation was about me telling you I made money. I'm really, that's not my bag. What the conversation is about is about you becoming like a rock through the training tools and community here at My Lead System Pro, so that you can take an opportunity like that and fly with it, so that you can handle every prospect. And you don't feel, here's what you need to learn, guys. You're not obligated to every prospect. I have no obligation. Like, if I walk into the doctor's office, right, and I start grilling him about his stats, well, how many patients do you have, and how many this, and how many died, and how many, is he obligated to answer any of those questions? And wouldn't it be a little weird if I did? Bob, think about it. You work in a lab that helps people have babies. If we were to look at the percentages of the number of people that get pregnant and the number of people that don't, are there some people that don't get pregnant?
Absolutely.
Of course there are. Some people just for a myriad of reasons can't get pregnant. Right? Do I get to grill, you know, the doctor and up and down and this and that? The doctor gives you the information. And the doctor doesn't feel an obligation. He doesn't feel responsible when somebody doesn't get pregnant when he's done everything he can.
Yeah, yeah.
But in this space, we tend to get a little freaked out and a little worried about everybody. They ask me this or they ask me that. So be a rock and answer them. Look, I'm part of My Lead System Pro. I'm part of the community that has spawned more rock stars in this space than any other organization out there. We have training almost every single day in a 24/7 group that can get you help with almost any marketing challenge you have. So I don't know about that, whatever they're throwing at you. That's what I know. That's what I do. And on the back end of that, I have a great company and I sell this, and that. Is that something that interests you? Watch how quick they lay down for you. So I don't run around trying to get people. What I do is I bring them into my systems through the diagram I just showed you, and I tumble them around until they pop out and say, I'd like to do this with you, or I have a question, or I'd like more information. I focus on building the list. Why could I make so much money in one day last week? Because I have a list. You can't do that if you don't have a list. I focus, watch this, over here, okay, wait. I focus over here. This is where I focus. This is where all my focus is. Meeting people and capturing them into a list. Meeting people and capturing, and guys, putting people in a list that don't know you doesn't really, I mean, it's great, but it's not the same as meeting people or people that have met you through video and so on and put them into this list. Once you have them into this list, now we can expose them to everything under the sun and wait till it's their time to buy. If we don't get them in here, if we don't build our skills here and our ways to transition people in and then get them, and it's the same thing when I'm communicating verbally. I'm very chill about what I'm into because we'll do what we did last week. Well, are you seriously looking for a new network marketing company, or are you just curious about what I'm up to? Find that video from, was it last week, guys, that we did that? Was it last week? Serious or curious? Last week or 2 weeks ago?
It was 2 weeks ago, right?
2 weeks ago. Guys, that stuff is gold. Somebody asked you a question, well, what do you do? Well, are you looking, or are you just curious about what I'm up to? Sort them. I'm not going to expose them to what I want to expose them to until I'm sure they're ripe and ready to absorb the information instead of judge it. Okay? Because that's what people will do. They will just judge the information. If I say I'm in Amway, you're going to judge it. People judge MLSP all the time. I'll talk to somebody and I'll say, you know, I'm top 5 at MLSP, and they're like, is that still around? I'm like, you got to be kidding. It's huge, because they're judging it. You know, people will judge if I send them in this program or that program. People will judge it. So therefore, I'm not giving them the opportunity to judge it. I'm sorting whether or not they're even looking before I let them see what I'm up to. Powerful difference.
Yep.
See if there's any questions in the Q&A.
Oh, you know, there was. I wrote down a couple.
Question. Well, no, the questions have to be in the Q&A, and there's no question, so I guess we're done. What do you guys think? We're done, right? No question.
See ya.
I'm an evil teacher. No questions. Nobody has a single question. Everybody knows everything and is ready to go. This is so simple, and yet it's so profound. When you become a rock, when you brainwash yourself to become a rock, when you do that work on yourself, that's why we have a wake-up call every morning, 11 a.m., where we help you brainwash yourself, okay? Super, super brainwashing. When you brainwash yourself, I don't mean brainwash yourself the MLSP, I love MLSP. That's not what I mean, guys. I mean brainwash yourself that you are great. Brainwash yourself that you are amazing. Brainwash yourself that you are going to the moon and beyond. When you're a rock, exposing people, they get hungry. They want to know more. Have you ever done that? Get caught on a guru or somebody, and the next thing you know, you watch 22 of their videos. Mm-hmm. You're so mesmerized. It's not their words, it's their energy. Yep. Write that down. It's not my words, it's my energy. I will sit and tell people something is not for them. I'm really excited about this, but I don't think it's a good fit for you. And then they'll beg me to join. I'm like, I don't think it's a good fit for you based upon, you know, what you're working on right now and this and that. I don't recommend you try this. No, I need to do it. Why would you need to do something I just told you is not going to be a good fit for you? Because of energy. Super duper energy. All right. Well, I pretty much, everybody needs to ask questions in the Q&A. I cannot answer your questions in the chat. Q&A, Q&A, Q&A.
Do people know how to do that?
Where do I buy the Brainwash Slurpee? And more importantly, Bert, what color is the Brainwash Slurpee?
Well, I'm going to tell you that the Brainwash Slurpee is whatever color you pick, because the best part about the Slurpee is you get to pick what Slurpee you want. So that's the best part. You can have whatever color. And I'm pretty positive, when I was Googling Slurpee pictures, I'm just throwing this out as a Slurpee thing. I don't get paid by Slurpee. I'm not saying they're healthy for you. You should probably not drink it. It looks like a cup of liquid of sugar, but it's probably delicious on a hot summer day. I'm just throwing it out there.
Now,
I'm pretty sure that...
Do you have Sonic in Colorado?
Yes, we have Sonic, and every single night at nighttime they keep on playing the commercial that's the funniest commercial, and there's like 27 shakes, and the guy's like, oh, that's called, I call her Kara because it's a caramel shake, and this is the funniest commercial because he goes like this. Yeah, I call that one's called Jill, and he's pointing to all the different like servers that are bringing the shakes, and he's like, it's a peanut butter shake. Why do you call it Jill? And he's like, because that's my ex-girlfriend's name, and she was nuts. Right? She got in the car, and the one guy's like that. It's my girlfriend because she was nuts. And then he sits there, and the other guy, the like dark hair guy, it's like from his. It makes me laugh out loud every time because it's like from his belly. He's like, ah, she was crazy, and he's just like totally laughing about this guy's girlfriend. And by then his face is like all stoic. Like every single night they play that commercial because you can get a shake after 8 p.m. They try to get me.
This is why I asked you, Bert, because Sonic just opened here. I have no Sonic experience. Sonic has not been around here. It's new. Okay, and I think they have like every color of Slurpee. I don't think they're officially Slurpee, so I don't think they're the Slurpee brand.
They're not.
But slushy. Okay, are they? So our code between you and I, our code that Evan is part of, does it have to be the Slurpee brand or is it the Slurpee concept? Is it the slushy?
Yeah, it's the Slurpee concept. It's the Slurpee concept, but I always make fun of like the competitors to Slurpee in the story because if you're standing there, like this is a great example. If you really wanted a Slurpee, because I think like tomorrow or the next day is like free Slurpee day or something at like if you show up. But check this out, if you really wanted the free Slurpee day and you really wanted Slurpee and you wanted it free and you show up at Sonic, it ain't gonna happen for you. That's really the point of the Slurpee story, right? But check this out. From 2 to 4 at Sonic is like happy hour, and you can buy one slushy and get one free. So if you want to buy one, get one free, you can show up at that place and still get deals.
I'd like to make a point that obviously Sonic has done an excellent marketing job on Bert Bledsoe since he has just got over every
marketing
they have.
Well, and I do, and I watch marketing. Like I don't shop at Sonic, I don't eat there. But I notice how good their commercials are. I love that commercial. Why? Because it makes me laugh from my belly. That's why. If you can make someone laugh from their belly, like laugh out loud, like they don't even care what they look like they got like goat face, like like that was funny. If you can make someone laugh like that, guess what?
I'm going to take the video frame by frame. And who knows how to do that? do that? I need to make friends with Evan. Who knows how to do that until we get that exact picture? It's perfection.
It's fun stuff, and I do let the commercials talk to me, because some of the commercials, like, that's what I'm kind of watching TV for.
Yeah.
No offense. Like, if you're watching for the filler stuff, that's just fun stories. You can just go buy it or stream it without the commercials. The fun part of TV is finding the actual commercial that works. You're like, oh wow, if it's 9 o'clock at night and all of a sudden I feel like a sunrise breakfast sandwich, that guy did a good job. Huh, what did he do?
Right,
why do I want bacon at midnight?
Let's go back to
good.
Evan, do you see what you started? All right, it's all your fault, Evan. What is the best thing to do daily to start? This is what I teach everybody, Tracy. Meet 10 people a day. Create a piece of content every day, so that would be a video, an audio, or a written piece. And as you start to build your list, mail your list every day, or almost every day. Those are the 3 pieces. They can be done in less than an hour. If you do those consistently, so the piece of content can be on a blog if you have one. If you don't have one yet, you don't need a blog to be successful at this. But meet 10 people a day. You don't have to recruit them. You don't have to sign them up or anything. Just meet 10 people a day. Expand your warm market. Create a piece of content and circulate it and share it out there on social media and everything, and write to that list. I don't care if you guys only have 5 people on that list. It could be your mother, your dog, and your goat, your 2 goats, and your wife. So mother, dog, 2 goats, and a wife, or your grandmother. She probably likes your list, Bert, right? So that could be your 5 people, but you need to write that list every day like there's thousands of people on it. Those would be the 3 steps on a daily basis that I highly recommend. They don't feel like they're really exciting in the beginning. Give it 90 days, give it 30 days, and you'll start to see results, and you'll be like, wow, this is amazing. And then you can go on, and the beauty of My Lead System Pro is we have courses on how to get those videos ranked and how to run Facebook ads, and we have courses on everything. Some of them are part of your membership, some of them are like more advanced, so they're an upgrade. But we have training on every facet of all of this. But if you look at everybody who's making 6 figures and above in this organization, show me one of them that doesn't do this. There isn't one, right? Can you think about it, guys? Right? Does everybody who makes 6 figures or above do this?
Everybody I know.
Yeah, all the people I've seen.
Now, some of them go to Costa Rica for 3 weeks, and then they just put up pictures of themselves limbo dancing or whatever, and that's okay. But content doesn't always have to be serious business stuff. I mean, Bert could do a whole Slurpee series, and people would love it. So. Okay, build an autoresponder. Okay, I'm doing that right now. How long should the series be? Okay, William, I personally, this is me, I write live every day, every other day or whatever. It depends, like I have not written my list on Saturday and Sunday. I'm evil. And Monday. I haven't written in 3 days, mostly because I exhausted myself and I have things. But I personally write live. Okay, I like that because then I can really talk about what's really going on. But if you were to write a letter set, start with 10 letters and then keep expanding it. Eventually, you want 365 letters or more. Sounds crazy, but you do. Now, you're going to write all those right away? No. And again, we start you off. We have 30 in there. If you guys want to take the 30, and I think it's 30 in there. You guys know? I think it's 30.
No, it's 30.
30, right? So, if you take the 30, space them out, and then throw yours in the middle. Start to if you've only written 5 letters so far, take one of theirs, one of yours, one of theirs, another of theirs, one of yours, so until eventually it becomes all you. It's like training wheels, guys. That's what MLSP is. I know Brian will kill me for saying it. It's like training wheels. You can depend on our done-for-you stuff while you become a professional marketer, and then eventually you can do it all yourself. Okay. Mark says, okay, so you never, well, never is a strong word. I don't use that word never. You never talk about your actual revenue streams, but do you tell people what sectors or niches you're in, like health or whatever? Okay. Mark, I don't talk about revenue streams with people that aren't seriously looking for revenue streams. On the flip side, somebody who's seriously looking for a revenue stream, I will show them all of them. What does that mean? How many people poke around and are tire kicking and they're just kind of checking you out, guys? Most, right? Most
Yep.
of them. On any given day, most people are kind of poking around, and then there's a couple people that are dead serious today, ready to make a change, ready to make a move. Their credit card is ready to go. I'm going to spend my time showing presentations to the guys that are serious. I'm going to sneak peek presentations through the techniques I taught you today to the ones that are contemplating, and I'm just going to be really nice and cool to the people that I can tell are not serious right now. Okay, I'm not going to sit and have big conversations with people. That would be like if you're a surgeon seeing patients that are not surgical. Like, I'm a surgeon, so I think what I'm going to do all day long is just go down to the emergency room and hang out and talk to every patient and see if anybody needs surgery. No, the surgeon's only going to sit down and talk about options with patients that need surgery. You guys follow that?
Mm-hmm. It would be like people coming to see me who have 5 kids already, and they're just curious how we do it.
Yeah, like Bob, I'm 47, and my husband is, let's strike that back up. I'm 47 and not planning on any more kids. But I'd like to talk to you all about how in vitro works. Can we sit down for 2 hours and talk about it?
Oh, yeah,
That's what
sure.
most of you are doing in your business.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That's what most of you are doing. So I am sorting the people via my list and via conversations. This 3-week series right here should be bundled up and put into a course for sale when you think about it, because what we've covered most everything. So it's not, Mark, that I never talk about my revenue streams. I talk about my revenue streams every day. I sell my stuff every day to those that are ready to buy. So hopefully that helps. I used AWeber. I have used AWeber for 10 years. Other people in this group use GetResponse. I think those are the only 2 we integrate with. Is that true? We don't integrate with MailChimp or...
No, but it comes My Lead System Pro comes with GVO.
Oh yeah, GVO.
If you don't use GetResponse or AWeber, then you can start with the free GVO account.
Yeah, GVO is free for the first 500 leads. I mean, I'll just say it. I'm not a big GVO fan. Sorry, Joel, I love you, but I'm not. And maybe that's because I'm old and crotchety and have been using AWeber for 10 years. I just find the functionality of AWeber to be a little bit more, but it costs more money, so that's the flip side. GVO and Pure Leverage, which we integrate with, is really inexpensive for what it gives you. Like, it gives you a whole bunch of tools. Kind of cool. Okay. Where is the best media to share the product campaigns and system campaigns when you are new to MLSP and don't have a list? Okay. Personally, I would make a video on each of the campaigns, talking about why the person wants to go and grab this free training or grab this information or grab this product. You can do a screenshot video. I'm not training on that today. We have training in the back office, but you can do that without being on camera, or you can do it with being on camera. But I would make a video about each campaign. That would be one thing to do. I might write an article about each campaign. I might do an audio and put it on SoundCloud about each campaign. I also might run a promoted post on. I've shown people how I do this all the time. I'll take one of the campaigns and I'll spend $6 on a promoted post. So there's all different options for that. You also can post in Facebook groups. Guys, it's not the thing that I recommend for the long term, but it is something that you can do. It's free and you can do now. I also know people that generate a lot of leads through that. What if my fans, and so hopefully that helps, Alex. And again, all that training is in your back office, sweetie. Once you get through the main training, we encourage you to pick one main marketing method. And they're all listed back there, and there's extensive training on all of them. Okay, well, Agustin, he asked what if his fans and target audience are all Spanish-speaking natives. Se puede hacer páginas en español. No hay problema de hacer páginas y videos y todo en español. No hay problema. So that's what you do. Translation, make your pages in Spanish. Make your videos in Spanish. hacer un webinar, hace un Google Hangout en español y hacer invitaciones a todo el mundo en español. And you know, that's the simple answer. Or hire me and I'll help. I'm kidding. My gringa Spanish there. But that's the answer. You learn it in English. You know, learn the training, and then go put it into whatever language you want. We have actually quite a few people in MLSP that are native Spanish speakers. They had me doing videos at the last live event, which was interesting. They got me totally speaking Spanish for an hour and a half. Everyone who spoke Spanish grabbed me for a video. It was incredible, and by the end of it, I sounded okay. The beginning, it was bad. Wow. Bob's wife speaks Spanish.
Yeah.
And Bob is the cutest man in Puerto Rico at various times of the year. So, little sunscreen.
Well, I do stand out.
Yes, you do.
I do stand out.
Saima, it depends on how people put their. She's asking, or she or he, I'm not sure. I'm sorry. And my apologies. I can't tell from your name. Can I assume that those people who are spamming their link all over Facebook are not making money, or are they getting exposure? It really depends. It depends on what they write. It depends on what they spread, whether it's content or just, dumb links. It also depends on how they do it and whether they actually form relationships with any of the people. I have people in my own group that are, very, very, very avid posters, and they do generate quite a few leads. I don't know that they're always the best quality leads just from posting in Facebook groups, but you know what? It's something to get going. It's something to get started. If you're not able to do paid advertising, that's a way to get started. What do I say when I mail my list? I've done whole trainings on promotion. I think there's one in the back office of me talking about promotion. I'm usually promoting an event or something that's going on. I'm usually promoting an MLSP training, a Wednesday night training or a Tuesday night training or something, or I'm telling people about a product or a service, or I'm sharing some training that I cut myself. Guys, think about it. Did you learn something today? Did you take notes on something today that you could turn into a quick 5-minute training that you could send out to your list?
Absolutely.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Right? Right. Content, Tracy, is an audio, video, or written piece. Audio, video, or written piece. If somebody were to go into my blog, they can find, I think, 8 years worth of content there. I've been making content over and over and over for years now, so I have a piece of content on almost anything. Now, in fact, I have a piece of content on what is content. So I could send that out to my list, and I do. When content was a new term, it's not so new anymore. But I have this huge, massive library that I've built over time, as does Bob, as does Bert. So that stuff adds up. It gets you traffic because it's on the internet and people find it. But it's also great when somebody asks you a question, you just send them a link to a piece that you made in the past. It's really cool.
I needed my sound things up right then, because when you did that, I was thinking of that song. I was doing content when content wasn't cool. Right? I got peanuts in my soda. I'm writing up my blog. Right? I was doing content when you guys don't know. They don't know about. They're like, who is Barbara Mandrell? What are you singing? How do you know that?
I was country. Country wasn't cool. Come on. See, that was
I know
you
this
have
is
an urban cowboy daddy. You learn country music. 1050 WHN, New York City, baby.
Did they have Hee Haw in New York?
Yes, I loved Hee Haw. Oh my God.
That's so funny.
I gotta say,
picking and a grinning.
Diane, I gotta say, I'm definitely a straight man on this webinar.
You have no songs in you, Bob? Come on.
Nothing I'm gonna sing.
You save all your salsing for when you go with Rosemary. I know how you are.
I gotta store it all up.
Bob's more of a classical.
When you come up to Happy Land, we're going partying. Okay.
Sounds good. Yeah. Sounds
all right. So let me just finish these questions and we'll wrap it up for the day. Okay, Gabrielle, that was the point of the whole training today. She says, so I meet 10 people, don't recruit them. So when do I know when I can try to recruit my new friends? Okay, when you find out that they're actually looking for something. Okay, whether you get them on your list and they start poking around on their own, getting nosy and poking on things, or whether you go back to the last 2 trainings that we did in this series where you're having conversations and you're starting to find out that they're not happy where they are, or they're looking for something, or they're failing where they are. That's when you can bring up, well, I don't know if it's something that would interest you, but I work with blankety blank, it might be helpful. You know, like when I meet somebody, 99% of the time I lead with MLSP because most people are struggling with their marketing, need more training, need more help, need tools. So if I need someone that's just complaining about their upline and they hate their company and this happened and that happened and everything's horrible, I say, you know, I don't know if you're looking, but if you're ever looking, let me know. I can show you what we're up to. We have a great team. And if they bite on the bait, then I show them a presentation. If they move away and they don't bite, I just leave them alone and I keep the relationship. So the answer is when they're ready. Some people are ready the day you meet them. I wouldn't not, like a lot of people are like, you can't show them the day you meet them. Well, if they want to be shown, like you can't kiss the girl the day you meet her. Well, she wants to be kissed. You're stupid not to kiss her. Okay? But if she don't want to be kissed, you're going to get slapped in the face. Pretty straight up common sense. So if I've met people, signed them up and sold them, you know, $5,000 packages in a day. I've also met people, had relationship with them, and not done business with them. In fact, I got contacted today by somebody. I absolutely want to work with you on this project. We've known each other for 5 years, never worked together. This particular project coming out, and they're like adamant. It hasn't even opened yet. None of this is going on yet. I want to work with you. What am I going to do? Say no? You know?
I hate when that happens.
No. So 5 years in 1 day. Which one's the right one? When they're ready. I know nobody wants to hear that because, again, this is the Bachelor of Arts. It's about understanding people. It's about going in for the close too fast and they get annoyed and then you've lost your shot with being with them. On the flip side, if you don't go in for the kiss, if you never go in for the kiss, she's getting frustrated. She's like, why doesn't he kiss me goodnight? You know, what's wrong with him? Okay? So now it gets a little weird. By the way, I've been married for almost 24 years. I always have to put the disclaimer. Networking is like dating. It's exactly the same. It's about the energy of the person. It's about a connection. Okay? So if somebody's like chomping your business and you won't show them your business because you're being an attraction marketer and they didn't go through your funnel, you're insane. Okay? On the flip side, if you're pushing your business down someone's throat, you're a little kooky too. So you can always tell someone's intention when they contact you. People contact me on Facebook all day. You can always tell their intention. They'll write you a paragraph that says, I'd really like to meet you and get to know you. I found you on the search graph or whatever. But their intention is, I'd really like to recruit you, and I'm just waiting for the split second you say something where I can send you my link. You ever see people in health and wellness, they walk around looking for somebody who coughs or sneezes? It's like you sneeze and they get euphoric. Like, yes, they're getting sick. I have my opportunity now. Or somebody else is walking around looking for fat people. You know, oh, look at that one. That one's fat. They're good.
Yeah, don't dare say you're eating fast food. Oh, my God.
No, you know, for the price of that Big Mac, you can have a nutritious meal. You know?
That won't clog your arteries.
You know, it's just weird. So anyway, hopefully that helped, Gabrielle. And again, if you find the rest of the series that we did, we went over a lot of formulas about how to talk to people, how to ask questions. It's all in the questions. It's all in the questions. Like, how did Bert know it was the right time to get a goat? He just knew.
His wife told him.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, you got your MLSP links blocked by Facebook and had only posted about 5 times. I tried to shorten them with bit.ly, but they were still blocked. Am I in Facebook jail? You're not in Facebook jail, but you've blocked a certain link because they see you posting it too many times. In your back office, you have a way to create custom links, and that should solve it for you. So go create some custom links. And yeah, guys, correct the gold. I mean, protect the golden goose. Try not to use straight MLSP links. I mean, there's nothing wrong with using them, but Facebook doesn't look at what it is. Facebook doesn't know what an incredible organization it is, and we've been here for 6 years, and how reputable they are. Facebook just knows there's a lot of links from something, and then they start to go, something's up. So Facebook doesn't care. They just want to, protect themselves from when too many people post the same link all at one time. They start to go, or if one person posts the same link a bunch of times. My email program will stop me from sending, like if I'm sending emails to my group or something, it will stop me. It won't let me send more than 20 bulk. So my group is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people probably. It won't let me do it because it doesn't know that I really know these people. All it knows is I'm trying to bulk email. And they stop me. So, okay. When you talk about emailing your list, I get confused. I have multiple campaigns. Do you put emails in each one, or can they be sent to all campaigns at once? Craig, you can do a bulk email or a broadcast, and you can send them to all the lists if it's appropriate. Without knowing what your different campaigns are for, I can't answer that question. But what I will tell you is I only run 2 things. I have my own personal newsletter, my Diane Hochman list, and I have an MLSP list from my capture pages and stuff. That's all I have. And truthfully, I tend to neglect my MLSP one. Because I just do everything I can to get everybody into my list. I'm always telling people, even in my letter, my MLSP letters, I say, hey, if you'd like to get on my main newsletter. And I'm just constantly, I'm trying to get them all into one place. Now, back in the day, I used to have all different lists and all kinds of fancy-dancy stuff. Maybe I'm old, maybe I'm tired, maybe I'm too busy. But nowadays, it's just as simple and as clean as possible. Here's where I am, come read. So, anyway. And again, that might contradict with some other leaders. They have more sophisticated systems. I'm ADHD. I have a hard time keeping all of that in line. I do not call my leads. Ooh, shivers, okay? Other people do. Am I against calling leads? No. The reason why I don't call my leads is I've been doing this for 15 years and I'm really, really busy. And I have a lot of action. If I were new and I didn't have any action, would I pick up the phone and call my leads? You bet your sweet bippy I would. If I were new and I didn't have enough leads today, would I be out, hustling up leads and working like crazy to get more leads today? Yes, I would. Would I pick up the phone and call them? Yes, I would. Would I message them, build relations with them, talk about their dog's picture and how cute it is? You guys saw my cat today. Send me love notes about my cat. Would I be making as many relationships and moving around as much as I could if I were new? Yes. But over time, that's the beautiful thing about attraction marketing. As your list builds, as your name builds, as your brand builds, and it snowballs, you don't have to do any of this stuff that you don't like to do anymore. So I just kind of pontificate and make money. It's good. I know nothing about user-friendly themes for a blog. I know nothing about any of that. I've had my theme since like 2007. I have to update my blog. I'm absolutely horrible about it. So go in the and our community site or in the Facebook group and ask everybody about that. I'd ask Ray or somebody. Good. I'm glad that was helpful, Susan. Okay. So I think we're good. I think we are good. So, guys, thank you very much. Bert, I need more goat video.
I know, I'm going to go. I tried to make one last night. It was so funny, and my wife got mad because when they make the bleeding sound, it's that, it sounds like a crazy, like, screaming baby or something, right? Like, my neighbors are all, like, coming out. They're like, we got to see this. And so I'm making a video, right? And I'm like, I'm cutting, like, 5 different videos, and it's me. Like, imagine I'm sitting like this. And so, like, behind me is the goats, and so I'm filming like this, so it gets me and the goat, and I'm like, okay, so, guys, this is MLSP, so I'm just going to use MLSP products, okay, because I was making a bunch of videos. So I was like, hey, if you want to do Tube Traffic Mojo, make a sound. And then all of a sudden she'd be like, ah! And so I was like, oh, these are awesome. So I would go to watch it, to edit it, and every time I would make the sound on this, then the goat would go even crazier, and Jessica was freaking out. She's like, the neighbors are going to freak out. They're going to hate us. I was like, listen, we're totally following the law. We're totally good, you know? I'm not trying to be a bad neighbor.
How much of a piece of property do you have? I mean, are you on like a small...
I mean, I have like like the total amount of space of my yard, front to back, I'm on 3/4 of an acre. So it's
not the same property as me, so there's room for goats. Okay.
I mean, it's a big backyard. Like, I have so much backyard that it's separated into two.
Yeah.
And the only person that really it's going to bother probably is the lady that's right behind us. And we went to him and told him, hey, listen, we got a brand new baby goat. She's going to miss her family. She's going to make baby goat noises. And by the way, it sounds like we're killing children. So when you hear the baby goat noise, please don't call the police, okay? Because we're not killing children. It's just a goat. Please come look over the fence, and you'll see that it's just a goat. So it'll go away, but I'm going to put more goats.
Bob, if I were going to kill kids, I now have the way to do it. I
know.
now have the way to do it.
I'm not going to confirm or deny that that's true. I don't know what the ramifications of that would be, but I will say that I promise that you guys will have more videos coming soon. And I'll even get the goats to say some stuff. Like, do we love Bob Clark? Yeah! Like, come on, how fun will that be? Who loves Diane? Yeah! All the goats are just...
Goat bark.
I mean, that's going to be fun.
I like it. I want one of those. I want a goat testimonial.
Well, and the fun part is that if you come to Colorado, they're that literally one of them's so small. It's like, I mean, Eugene fits in my hoodie. My dog fits in my hoodie pocket. So imagine my goat is like, I could throw the goat on my shoulder and like probably run with the thing. It's not that big.
Bert, I really want that. See, everybody has all these goofy testimonials like, hi, so-and-so is so great, and they changed my life. I want a goat testimonial.
All right.
I want to take off all the real ones, and I want to just put up the goat ones.
Okay. We'll make some goat testimonials.
Livestock loves Hochman. Yeah, I'm into it. Anyway, we're running late. Guys, you're all awesome. Thank you for being here. We always love answering your questions. I think within the next week or so, Bert, if you want, I'm going to give you the lead, and I'll shut up and be your color commentary, because I think you have stuff on your heart. You let me know if you want to. I mean, you're an L3 leader, so it's time for you to take the reins a little bit. If you dig it. If you don't, I'm not forcing on you, but I have a funny feeling you have stuff to say. If you do, let me know, and I'll come make faces in the background and tell goat stories or something.
Awesome.
That would be super duper awesome. And then no doubt you'll be in Happy Land before we know it. So we'll do some cool videos and work when we're out here. So. Everybody, Happy Land, by the way, is just a place out here. It's a nickname for it. The goat stories, it's an inside thing, but Bert has goats, so you met my kitten. Just so I mentioned before about some success I had last week, of course, we don't promise results like that for you. I'm a 15-year business veteran. All your results through My Lead System Pro are based upon your own efforts, your own, working, studying, learning, and if you stick around for 15 years, you're probably going to do pretty well, too. Most people don't, so that's that's why they don't get where they want to go. So I think that's it. Any other things I left out? Okay, and you gotta go listen to I Was Country Before Country Was Cool. I will be putting that up shortly. I like Sleeping Single in a Double Bed. I think that's one of the very best ones ever, Bert.
What about Somebody's Knocking?
Oh!
Should I let him in? Lord, it's a devil, but I never dreamed. He had blue eyes and blue jeans. Right? I used to be rocking that when I was a kid because I didn't have glasses on. I'd be rocking my blue eyes like, what's up? I got blue eyes and blue jeans. I only weigh 12 pounds, but I'm ready to rock. I know my cowboy boots weigh more than me, but let's dance. I was ready. Those are some old school guys. That's what you know. What we're gonna have an old school revival one day. Another one.
You have no idea. I say we do like a marathon, one night, and we just keep going. And we have It's like a marketing music melange of old school goodness. I could do a little 1979 Rapper's Delight, 78 probably. Rapper's Delight. I know all the words. I'm just saying.
That's sweet.
I worked very hard on that, I want you to know, when I was like 11. I worked very, very, very hard on Rapper's Delight. And Bob can do the boom, 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 boom.
I'll do whatever you want me to do. Just include me. I'll do whatever you want.
Fun times, and this really is the crux of how we market, folks. Really, when you break all down all the charts,
is how we market. Just be a spaz in public, and people will buy stuff from you. It's really how it works. It's pretty awesome.
Essence of attraction marketing.
Authenticity. Write it down. Authenticity. Well, I am being called by some very important marketer people. They're looking for me. Yes, some very important marketing people are calling me. So I'm going to violently leave you all. I love you all tenderly, and I'll see you guys next week. Next Tuesday, tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern. Justice and Adam are going to be rocking the house tomorrow night. April, she's going to be doing the hoochie coochie Instagram hoochie coochie dance and all that good stuff. And MLSP, as always, is a good time. Peace out, everybody. Have a good day. We'll see you later.
Hi, guys.